So, with her coming from an HBCU background, as far as family, how challenging was this process for you? Is deciding for her to go to school and going through all the unique situations that come?
It wasn't challenging at all. I mean, we obviously grew up taking her to Howard Homecoming. And so she always had an opportunity to be around people that we went to school with, that we've been friends with for over 30 years. She's become very close with a lot of our friends who their kids. And so they're like play cousins. Black people always have play cousins, right?
Yeah.
You go to an HBCU and you stay friends with people for 30, 25, 30 years. Their kids become your play cousins. And so we always knew that we wanted her to go to an HBCU, but we wanted her to make the decision for herself. And I think that because she saw how close my husband and I are to our friends who have become family, because of the HBCU experience, I think it's what made her want to go. And so it was easy, of course, Howard was a choice, but NCCU, North Carolina Central University in Durham, North Carolina, was what felt like home for her. And so we're thrilled and we're excited. And it was easy, and I'm really excited about seeing what she does at Central.
Yeah.
Awesome. I always remember all of Sinclair's interviews because she talked about her passion for music, and even when I look at her, I don't really get to see the graphics until they're actually like posted or they're circulating in the newsletter. I'm like, she out here with her drum. Now, I said, "Oh, that's a deep love."
Yes.
How do you, Mom? How do you feel like her being embraced with the HBCU culture will enhance that music ability?
Oh, wow. So that's interesting because, there were some PWIs that she applied to and got into some really top-notch programs. But jazz being a Black American art form that we created, and she's known this since she started studying jazz at 8 years old. It's like what better place?
8.
Yes, 8 years old. She's been studying, and what better place to go to than to an HBCU to continue to grow in an art form that we created. And so it was really important for her to study under Black professors who will teach her it's something about what we put on stuff, what we put on our music and what culturally,
the
and
stamp on there.
we put it on there. And that this next 4 years are really important. And it was important for her to be in an environment that wasn't going to minimize the African American experience, and that was going to really, especially as a Black girl, as a Black girl drummer, it was also really important that she be around Black people, Black women in jazz, people who can help her understand how she fits into the history and the legacy of this African American art form.
Love it. I truly love it. Now, I played instruments, but I pretty much did my voice when I got to college because, but actually when I got to high school, because that marching band camp and all that stuff is not for the faint at heart. But, shout out to anybody. You can practice in the blazing hot sun, and we're all hats off. Everybody ain't able.
Right.
And that was the first thing I think I asked her. I was like, "But you play the drums? You gonna be a marching band?" She was like, "Oh,
yes,
no,
no
shade. Like all power to them, but
it's a different. Different.
Yeah. That was the first thing she said too. She was like, "No, I won't be doing that." I was like, "Lady, it's hot out there." But hey, that's pretty good. Now, what conference is? Are y'all in the same conference as Howard?
Yes,
the MEAC. MEAC.
Oh,
Yeah.
Are you gonna cheer for your daughter? Or you gonna cheer for your alma mater?
I think that I'm gonna cheer for my alma mater. I just, I mean, you know, like you.
The side eye that was just given.
Sorry,
Sinclair,
sorry.
Okay.
Sinclair, you've been so sweet this whole conversation. The side eye you just gave your mom. Oh my God.
Sorry.
We'll see, but our football team is better, so
Yeah, they are. They have. I mean, you know.
we'll see who wins the game.
Yeah.
She could root for who she wants, but
Okay.
my school will win. My school will be the winner.
I'm so not expecting. Like Sinclair is, showed us nothing but the best mannerisms and everything. And to see this side of her is just shocking.
She's competitive.
Yes.
She is competitive. So it's going to
That's
be.
what it is. Okay.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. In a good way, though.
Yes.
All
So-
friendly competitiveness.
So are you going to at least sit with your mom during the game, or are you going to be on your side?
If she comes to visit me, yeah.
Okay. She'll come say hey.
But like, you have to be on my side.
Okay.
She has to be on.
Yeah. Yes. If they're not saying how, we're not there for them.
Yeah.
Oh my God, that is hilarious. These young people are too much for TV today. Now, I asked the previous family, well, families plural, are you going to allow your parents to go to homecoming? But being that Sinclair has been to thousands of homecomings,
Yeah.
I think it's only fitting that your parents get to go to yours.
That's true.
Yeah. We're gonna come. We'll come.
Okay.
I won't hover over her. I won't like.
Yeah.
I won't follow her around and expect her.
No,
I'm not gonna do that. But I may come and visit
just to see
what it's about. Yes.
It's usually that's a nice campus. They got good food there. I know I shouldn't relate every campus to by the food they have, but
they do.
Yeah.
Real good food there. Now you go to school shortly. Time is ticking.
Yep. In a week I'll be moved in. Mm-hmm.
In a week you be moved in.
Yep.
So mom, as she's getting ready to move in, and what advice do you have for other parents? That I've talked to like 20 parents that have called me over this span of this week because they are at the move-in stage. And I get it. It's your baby. Some of them it's their first. Some of them it's their only. And honestly, with some of the young people, it's their first time away from home. Like,
right.
Out of that 8-block radius. So what advice do you have, for parents, as you done made it through the whole year, now you at the end, drop her off at school. So what would you tell parents?
I would tell parents, and this is a note to myself as well, is that this is the time where we are not the pilot of the plane anymore, right? We're not the captain of the ship. And we are now the co-captain or the first mate. So if we're so if it's a ship, right? We're not the captain of the ship, but the captain has first mates and crew that helps them sail the ship. She now has to sail her ship. Right? She has to fly the plane. So I have to be the co-pilot. And that means sometimes keeping your mouth shut. If it's not a high stakes sort of situation or a high stakes mistake you think your kid is going to make, sometimes we have to allow them to make decisions that we may or may not always agree with, right? And to understand that some of what we can share with them will be useful, but some things aren't exactly useful because it's a different time. I went to school 30 years ago, undergrad 30 years ago, and even technology is different, how they use technology and the way they use technology. And we have to respect that their way is not always going to be our way. So the advice is that we have to let go in stages. It's like, if I text you, I need you to text me back and say, I'm okay, I'm good, I'm here, I'm alive, right? But, allow them space to figure it out. to reach out and to call and allow them space to make mistakes, because the mistakes, it's like falling forward, right? If you never make a mistake, and we're always here to catch them and always here to be a safety net, they'll never learn how to problem solve. They'll never learn their own strength. So that's my advice.
That's good. That's really. I was sitting there processing, like, oh, I might have to take some clips of that and send it to our parents for this upcoming year, because we start a class of young people every September.
Oh, wow.
And they have to deal with me for the whole school year in teaching them about HBCUs, applying for school, and all that. And I'm like, the ones that's been giving me the most, like, I don't know, I'm not, if I'm ready to drop my kid off. I'm like, if y'all drop the kids off, leave them kids off.
I do it. You have to trust that. You have to trust that all that you have put in them, 18 years. What I do hope is that it's my voice that she hears when she has a big decision to make. Or for her father's voice, like, what would she say, or what would she do? So yeah, got to do it. This is where what's the saying? This is when, like, you put everything to the test, everything that you've learned.
Yeah.
So this is, so now this is the test. We'll see. We'll see. Yeah.
And I truly like that she is ready. She is all in, and she has a really big support system. And as our viewing audience know, that I get really, I think Sinclair was on here when my mentor came, and he was like, no, she is very into it. Like, she will make everybody win if she could. That's why we don't let her do anything.
Right.
I mean, that's honestly, I will. Like, I do. That's just my personality. That's just me. Because if I see young people doing something positive, I got their back all day, 10 times.
Yeah.
But you got to be proud. Sinclair, you made it from all the way to 70 to top 20. Like, you've made consistently since throughout this whole process. And so I want to say congratulations to you for doing that. But I also want to tell your mom, thank you for even allowing her to participate, because we don't make it easy for them at all.
Yes, thank you. Thank you. This has been a really good experience. I'm really impressed with my child, but I'm also really impressed with the other applicants, and listening to the videos I'm just overwhelmed. Like, it's really, really impressive that they know how to articulate their goals and their dreams. It's a really good, this is such a great platform for them, interviewing skills, learning how to speak their mind and, speak their dreams into fruition. It's an amazing thing. So thank you. Yeah.
Thank you. We try. We try. This is our 5th year. And a lot of people, some people know, and I make sure that the young people know, this is named after my sister. This is our whole family is involved in this scholarship, because this is our way of still recognizing her, even in her passing.
Yes.
So we get excited. We do 2 events that I really get excited about every year. Is the scholarship and our annual send-off, where we have a party and celebrate the young people. So
yes, that's awesome.
But before we go, I have to ask this. I got to. You're like, come on, I'm ready. If you look on the bottom of the screen, and our viewing audience actually can see how they can actually vote.
Okay.
Why, should our viewing audience and supporters, I don't want to say vote, because they've been voting for it, but why should they continue to support and vote? Because you got till September 5th, and then voting cuts off. But why should we vote for your scholar?
I think, aside from the fact that she's my daughter, one of the things that I am most impressed with Sinclair about, and I can speak for my husband as well, is that Sinclair is she's disciplined. She is disciplined. I've never had to wake her up in the morning. She would get up herself, set her alarm clock. She had to get up every morning at 5:30 a.m. to be at school. She was a musician. She was on the honor roll. She ran track for a state champion track team in New Jersey. And it took a lot to do that. I think sometimes we don't give our young people enough credit for how intense high school is now. And it wasn't as intense for us. But it's so competitive now. And I think that like she rises to the occasion all the time. She always does. And she knows how to self-correct and course correct. Ninth grade was really difficult for her because she was coming out of COVID as an eighth grader who sat on Zoom all year, and in seventh grade for half of the year. So for 18 months, she was on Zoom, and ninth grade was extremely difficult. But she matured and she buckled down, and she really, really, really turned things around for herself in high school. And I think she learned a lot from that, not doing so well in ninth grade, and then saying, okay, well, this is a goal I'm gonna set for myself. I'm gonna get on the honor roll. I'm gonna get on the honor roll every semester. I'm gonna get this kind of grade in this class. All while practicing her discipline of music, all while running track, all while being the president of the Black Student Union at her school. Yeah. And so I just think that like when you give her something to do, she does it to the best of her ability. She's an amazing speaker, writer. She's a good, really, really excellent communicator and writer. She's a DJ. She is a stellar jazz musician. She's a really great big sister. And she's a good kid who has a really, really strong set of friends. And I think that she would be honored to receive this scholarship, but she would also live up to the scholarship and who the scholarship is named after.
Awesome. I get like almost teary-eyed to hear how the parents of this competition have like went above and beyond to express why they scholars should receive something. And I'm like, wow, Sinclair, that mean you got big shoes to fill now. No, I'm just playing. But I know you rise above the challenge. But every time I think about you, and don't take this wrong in any way. Every time I think about you, I'm like, oh, she could be the next Sheila E. She could be
yeah. That is the goal.
I'm like, I gotta make sure because some young people I say names and they're like, I don't even know who that is. So you do know. All right. You like, Doc. Yeah. I
appreciate that compliment.
Yes, that's a compliment. Mm-hmm.
I'm telling you, when I seen your graphic and you had the drum, that's all I could think of. I was like, okay, she about to start playing that. But
yes.
So I wish you nothing but success in your journey in school. Again, thank you, Mom, for coming on. Now, before we go, it's only in true fashion of ending the show. Tell us again where she is, where you are going.
Okay.
And your name.
So again, my name is Sinclair Dina Powell, and in the fall, I will be attending the North Carolina Central University. And again, this is my mom, Marlena Powell, and she attended the Howard University.
The Mecca.
The Mecca, yes.
All right, guys. Thank you again for coming. I truly, truly enjoyed you too. This segment, the whole HBCU family. I can't wait to see the pictures of move-in day.
Yeah.
Actually, if you are in this contest or if you have ever been a previous winner, send us those move-in day pics so we can share them in the newsletter. Because I always like the before and after. Like, our room was pretty basic. We just had the stars on the wall. That's how old I am.
Right. Yeah.
The dark stars on the wall and the matching comforters. Like that was the best we could do. But now they upgraded it. Some of these rooms look like Taj Mahal. So Thank you for coming, and I have truly enjoyed you both. So again, I'm your wonderful host, Dr. Monique Robinson, and we still have about 12 families left. But hey, get out there and vote. Make sure you vote for our scholars. This is an HBCU family, so you know where your loyalty lies. Well, in their household, it lies until they meet each other. But other than that, love is still there. So thank you too. Until next time. Bye, guys.
Bye. Good night. Good night. Thank you.
For inspiration, motivation, and the good news of Jesus Christ. Look no further. The Daily Gospel Network has what you need. With more than 300 ministries from all over the country broadcasting every week, you're sure to get your dose of spirit-filled encouragement from the great programs on the Daily Gospel Network. Catch the Daily Gospel Network on Roku, Amazon Fire, Apple TV, all mobile devices, and the internet.
Tune in to A Better Chance for Youth television show with host Monique Robinson on the Daily Gospel Network, the television show dedicated to highlighting incredible students on their quest to change the world. Join us every week as we uplift the youth and help them on their journey to the bright future they deserve. Catch A Better Chance for Youth television show with host Monique Robinson on the Daily Gospel Network. Thanks for watching A Better Chance for Youth television show with your host Monique Robinson, the television show where we highlight incredible students in their quest to change the world. Join us each and every week as we uplift our youth and help them on their journey to the bright future they deserve. So until next time, God bless. From your friends on A Better Chance for Youth television show with your host Monique Robinson.